My Facebook's not still up, is it? Okay. Was it you or Andy that got me? Good job. I was like, likes my status update? What is it? Oh. I thought it was someone liking my drawings or something. Is anyone chilling in chat right now? Say what's up to me. Someone shoot the shit with me. I don't got it. Everyone else looks like they're playing friendlies watching Big House. That's the thing about running tournaments on Saturdays is if there's a national, then no one's going to want to watch a local. But locals, you should be like multi-twitching or having multiple windows open or something. Oh, the edge cancel. That took forever. Does Project M usually finish after Melee? When's it start? Oh, that's why. Okay. Oh, he runs it? Oh, okay. What kind of internet did you guys end up going with? So was the internet working at all, or was it just, so you just couldn't? Did you just have the it was the router they gave you? Oh, she already had. Oh, okay. Yeah, my brother, for whatever reason, had an extra super sick, like Nighthawk or whatever, like one of the prestige routers. He just had it. He had an extra one from his old apartment. So when we moved in, he's like, oh yeah, we'll just use my router. All right, cool. AJ, why are you in chat but not in PSG? There's no school on Saturdays. You literally only listen to the Melee soundtrack. You had no other answers when we asked you about music. You said, I listen to Melee music, and you can't, and you're not here. All right, I finished my spicy chips. I'm gonna go wash my hands. I'm gonna find someone to shoot the shit with me. I'll be right back. Damn, I take back the part about finding someone to just chill with me, because like everyone is in a rotation. There's like no rotations with like less than 3. With more than 3 rather. And I think the only person not really playing is Pyrrhic, who's like watching Big House. So I could have grabbed Pyrrhic, but he's not the most talkative guy in the world. Not that I don't like him, not that's a negative thing, but when I'm looking for someone to talk to, it doesn't quite work out. God, please don't let Keeze win this one. Nothing against Keeze, but then we're going to have to watch at least one more game. He's at 100%. Me and Cameron are with you. Where are you at? Why are you at home, AJ? What you doing at home? Oh, 19% KO. Thank God that's over. Oh, I thought E40s wanted in on that. No, they're just playing friendlies. God, we have to watch Doc Luigi friendlies. See, that's why I wanted someone to come over and talk to me, because I don't want to talk about this. Anything is better than talking about this. I'm talking about my worst breakups, and that's better than talking about this. I cashed in on teams, though. Me and Richard took like $60 together. So split almost $30 a piece. I think it was $26 a piece or something. At first, Cameron handed me 13. I'm like, well, that's low, but you know what? I'm happy. I mean, I wanted to win more. Like, I always care more about winning and playing well during the tournament. Like, not crying. I heard that Froggo beat you at like the last monthly. I was playing with him, and Froggo's not bad. There's no reason to be ashamed about that. But still, I was like, oh, that's pretty surprising. Froggo's here again, actually. Frog is like one of the closest people to me right now, physically. And I figure, you know, I'm going to cry at night when I go to sleep regardless of if I'm here or not, so might as well be here and play Smash Brothers. I'm already up in money, so that's cool. I made more than it cost to be here and enter, so I'm happy about that. And then if I win singles, then I would make a lot more. A bunch of Southern Utah guys came. That's like a 2.5 hour, 3 hour drive. Though they do get an hour back, so coming here, it seems like it took even less time. When they go back home, it seems like a really long trip, though. I walked here, actually. It took me 1 hour and 39 minutes. So, you know, young kid like you, really fit, take you an hour 20 tops. The thing is, walking down Patrick is fun. The street Patrick is, that's fun because it's like more residential. It's more of a peaceful street. It's more low-key. But then when I got all the way to Pecos is less fun. It's more businessy, and then once you get up to Pecos and Trop, it gets a little bit more hood. Actually, I think I liked walking down Tropicana a lot more than I liked walking down Pecos. Pecos was boring. And actually, now if you have yet, big boy Pharaoh's even more big boy than me. Look at that. It would take him even less time because he has a vehicle with which he can come to a tournament. I miss you, Pharaoh, actually. I was really glad that you're in the scene. I think you hold down commentary really well. I was really happy to have you on commentary with me for a lot of the classic before Evo. Look at that. That's so funny. What a funny interaction. But I'm trying to make myself better. Getting a little bit of exercise in and practicing this again. Trying to be passionate about this again. That's the hard part. Wow, so you walked? Yeah, I walked willingly. Like I had a couple times where I almost was like, I'll just stop at the bus stop and take Pecos. It's only a couple buses. It's not that hard, but it's such a nice day. It's actually a super nice day, like 83 degrees or something like that. I had to take my jacket off. I started off with a jacket. I've been used to being out at night, walking to work at night, walking home in the early morning, so it's been like colder. But yeah, if I had to take my jacket off and carry that in my backpack, that always sucks. But yeah, there's a couple times where I was like, maybe I'll just grab the bus and get there sooner. I'm like, well, I have nothing to be in a hurry for, and then I'm just gonna regret bitching out and not making the full walk. Once you get to Tropicana and Eastern, you're just like right there. I was so excited once I got to Trop and Eastern. I'm like, wait, I can almost see it. You see the one 7-Eleven, you walk a little bit closer, you see the second 7-Eleven on the opposing corner. Not a whole lot of people point that out. Am I the only one that thinks that's super bizarre? The rationale, me being a 7-Eleven, proud 7-Eleven graveyard employee, 7-Elevens are all privately owned. It's not like a corporation that's got a big head honcho. Every 7-Eleven has their own, I forget the word for it, but has their own private owner that can run the store how they want. I've heard from a couple people that's kind of like 7-Eleven as a grand company owns 51%, and the owner owns 49%. So basically, 7-Eleven has the final say in like promotions and stuff like that. But the running day-to-day type of business kind of stuff is handled by the owner of said store. Typically, owners own multiple. The owner of mine owns 2 others, but she's selling mine. I plan on leaving when the store changes over and finding another cooler job maybe around me. But I've learned a lot of really cool things about 7-Eleven, or working at 7-Eleven. I've learned cool things about 7-Eleven too, but I've learned more about life whilst working at 7-Eleven. You see a lot of people. I talked to someone, a cashier at like the 99-cent store, and she said one cool thing about cashiering here is you see so much different types of people. You get to see what did she say? You get to see life, and I thought that was a very beautiful way to put it. I'm like, that's really true with me too. Like I work these graveyard shifts, and I see a lot of walks of life. Most people live in like the apartments behind me, which are, I mean, it's not ghetto, but it's starting to get a little more hood, just because there's like so many people living in apartments. A lot of the more well-to-do people have been moving out of the apartments, but I get to see a lot of people. They all smoke weed. I'm gonna talk about the paradox of Sword Saint at some point here while we're stuck in this whole limbo of getting this all set up. But what would I like to do after 7-Eleven? I'm gonna apply to a lot of the places around me. That's the main thing. Is I don't want to be busing anywhere. I'd even considered like last month. I'm like, I could apply for like those Spirit of Halloween places. I'm pretty sure I could get management there easy because I have so much retail experience. I have a decade of retail experience now. But those only last for like 2 months. So I was like, yeah, that would hold me down for a little bit, but I don't want to go through all the effort of applying, filling out all those forms and all of that crap, and then all of a sudden I have to, do it again in November when Halloween's over. But anyway, so I want to apply to places around me. One thing that I think would be super sweet, I've thought about the Galaxy Theater, which is right across from my where I live. Invest in stocks. I have a whole lot of money to invest in stocks, and I'm trying to get guaranteed money that I can live with immediately. Like I'm working to live, and I live comfortably actually. 7-Eleven gets me a pretty good amount of money. I get good hours plus tips. Tips are nice. And I split my rent with my brother. He's got a slightly nicer bedroom, so he pays more. And then at 7-Eleven, I get a lot of free food. So I don't pay for food all that much either, unless I'm in the mood to. But yeah, anyway, the Galaxy Theater I think would be really awesome, because especially if I like it there, that's something that I could see myself moving into management in. a lot of the restaurants around me, Black Bear Diner, I really like that place. I know some people that work there that can kind of get me an in from my current job. But there's a TGI Fridays, something like even if it's like the door guy to start with, what they call hosts. Even if I start there, you know, that's not so bad. And move up into a serving position. I have a lot of charisma. If you know me at all, you know that I talk a lot, and I like hearing myself talk a lot. You know, I get along with relative strangers pretty well. So a serving position could be pretty good. Then I could get you know, those fat tips. You know, we'll see. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, I'm pretty much applying to a lot of places around my house. Like I said, I don't really want to do the bus thing. The thing is, a lot of the businesses I really like are in an area that I kind of refuse to be at, because like I left Barnes & Noble for pretty specific reasons, and that would kind of carry over to being back in that Sunset and Stephanie area, even though I like so many places over there. It's like, oh yeah, I could apply here. I don't want to be there, though, is the problem. Especially at the Galleria Mall, I can't be there. But, I need ledge canceled it. Okay, Kyle's cute. And then make that big bang. While you're doing this, you're using. Yeah, that's the thing, is like, independent study is definitely something more suited for me than college. I don't have a whole lot of like truck in college personally. It's never felt like something quite for me. Oh, nice up there. I mean, the dream thing I would want to do is be a writer of some sort, be it novelist or writing for stuff like indie games or anything of that sort, where I get to create a world, where I get to create people. Because I have a lot of stories in my head, and a lot of it's the hardest thing is, you know, being determined. That's, you know, getting off my butt and actually making something happen. You know, I have these 4-day work weeks and 3-day weekends, but these 3-day weekends, I spend one of them just sleeping straight through because I didn't sleep enough during the week. One of them playing some game, and it doesn't even matter what game. It's just like I'll play most of this game, and then the other one, sometimes I'll hang out with friends or see people. Whereas, you know, I could be productive. I plan on being pretty productive this weekend. I might just sleep through Sunday. I haven't slept since my graveyard shift last night. So at the end of this tournament, I'm going to be super burnt out. So I might sleep a lot through Sunday. Monday, we'll see. I need to talk to Mr. Gustavo Hernandez about dentistry, because I need some crazy work done. I've got a really fractured tooth. Oh, wow. Poor Keeze. I've got a really screwed up tooth over here, and that needs to be dealt with. But it's expensive. I don't have insurance right now. I applied for insurance